Welcome back to the Hopium Den. Let's get high. We're actually not going to need to get super lucky tonight because I'm just going to hit the outpost phase and then I'm going to make sure to get a new video out tomorrow. Outpost phase is a little exciting because Banner did hit level 3, so we can finally equip our poison vial. So we now have 2 ways to poison. There's probably better things out there, but for now, that's what we're working with. And then let's pick our card. So only adjacent. This would help a little bit with the elevator one, but the problem is everything has AoE. The banner's going to get hit too by the cannons, but it does have 7 health. So kind of interesting bottom. The top, the poison and heal an ally is really nice. That's pretty much everything we want out of banner. The only reason you could argue this, and I'd say you might be right, is because of the initiative and because this bottom is so good. So you go late, you move 4 into a space, and Banner has some good movement, but not a ton. You muddle everything for next turn at range 1, so you're potentially muddling 2 or 3 late, and then Banner has enough early initiatives, like you could hit and kill something if it rolled a card you didn't want. So this is tough. Because this kind of plays right into what we've already been doing. Yeah, so let's see, what would I cut? I mean, I use this for the bottom all the time to reposition for an AoE. I don't use deflecting a ton with the wind out because I don't use javelin a ton. But I think this next elevator, I need the disadvantage. Rallying Cry I might bring back just for the disarm because I can disarm the blades at the end. I might take out Pincer. The thing is, loot's important, right? So I already took loot off Drifter. Tip of the Spear actually I might be able to get rid of this, because I would have even a later move 4 if I took the 1. Resolve's pretty good. Javelin's not bad. Interesting. Alright. I can kind of go either way. Oh, does it not let me get off here until I have 10 equipped? Interesting. Well, for now, I'll just put Pincer back on. Ooh. I'm still on the fence here for sure. Let me peek and see what the 4 cards are. So there definitely is a ranged Banner Spear build where you're doing more with wind and immobilizing and doing the wind and then the advantaged melee attack. Probably with that build, you're focusing more on the banners, because then the banner that gives you +1 attack, you'd always be in range of, and you don't have to move as much, so you can move the banner more. So there's that, there's kind of the offensive build, and then there seems to be a little bit of like tank build, if I had to kind of say. Holding Blow. Yeah, this is a later initiative and has the bottom that's nice and a really nice AoE. So I'm probably taking that. This is an interesting always move versus like some real tanky stuff. Man, that's kind of crazy. Shield 2, everyone gains Shield 2. Barricade. Alright, so do I care about the poison? I'm struggling with this choice because I really do see the value in both. I think the poison is worth it. But I'm looking at my initiatives and there's just no good late. if I took that, I could potentially get rid of a heal because I'd have an attack heal. But I like the regen on this heal. And this bottom is just really nice with it built in. And I've already cut that heal. Man, this is a tough choice. I'm going to make my decision and take this. I don't feel great about it. I might even go back and grab that bottom at some point. Okay, -1 with the shield. That's pretty good. Clean up my deck a little, get some tankiness in. Each ally adjacent to the target, so that scales. +1 self, not bad. Ooh, a little disarm in there. I don't hate that disarm. I also don't hate just cleaning up the deck and being tankier. I just think I need a little bit more control as a team here. So let's take Bruiser, because this is just more damage and this is more health. So it's kind of both things that I really need. Hand management. We didn't take the late move 4, so I'm kind of stuck sticking in tip of the spear. I have a hard time setting this one up consistently, but the move 4 is good. So at this point, I probably need to give up maybe Javelin. I mean, I could even give up Banner of Hope. I don't really need it for the elevator mission, and the disarm might be better. But then I've got disadvantage, boom. I'm kind of falling into the bottom of this, just getting another shield up if I'm going real tanky. Alright, that's our level. Equipment-wise, so we could do boots. We can do boots and another hand item on Drifter. And we could do another hand item here. Alright. Let's hit the rest of our outpost phase here. We are over 10 gold before I mess this up again. Let's build a new building. Let's get the logging camp going. Okay. 2. Sure. Gem's just going to fund the whole thing. Oh. There we go. Alright. Workshop, we're good. Merchant, can we buy anything? No, because everyone's broke. Let's see what we can build at the craftsman. So I guess I could throw that on Drifter just to keep some loot. Never an enemy. So I have 1 hand left. Tempted to make the protective scepter, because then I could potentially give Banner like 2-3 shield in a turn. I don't love playing this game defensively. There's just not great stuff for me to make right now. So, I'll make that. Boots-wise, I'm fine without any of those boots. Here, I could do another protective scepter, but it feels like a lot. So I think I'm just going to hang out. Okay, the crude bro is interesting. Crude spear is interesting too. I think I'm going to take the spear, and the reason is because then I can hide Gem in the back lines and do my, like, disarm attack or something while I'm hiding. Seems kind of mission... Oh, that's a 2-hand. Boo. So where was the icon for 2-hand making it? I had to just inspect it. That's the only way to tell. Okay. Oh, it's in the 2-hand section. Dumb. This is why I'm not doing the whole mission tonight. I'm too tired. But it's been a nice weekend, and we're going to grind out a bunch of videos the next few days. I got a little more time this week, and looking forward to it. All right. Yep. Let's get a medal, and everyone else is out of money. So I think that's it. And I did learn if you right-click here, you go back. So there's no back button, but right-click is to go back, which is really nice. I had mentioned that a couple times that I was like, how in the world do you go back? So I could make a stamina potion on someone. And stamina wouldn't be bad on Banner because the AoEs are so specific that stamina potioning the one back that you're in position for would be pretty solid. But I think we're good. I think we're good where we're at. That was kind of a long outpost because I could not decide hand management. I am going to peek here. Really nothing else exciting is going to happen if you just want to jump to the next fight, but I'm thinking ahead at what else I can do to prepare my team to kind of hole up and stay alive. And I think Hail of Thorns works better to give me a little bit more longevity. And then with Drifter, what was I thinking? I think I need to get my persistent heal out. And yeah, I want this for the bottom, I think. It either needs to be this or the shield bottom. And I think this is better because the traps, or not the traps, the machines are going to do trap damage, which shield doesn't help me with anyway. So I think that's my best combo. So I'm in an okay spot here. Let me look at the cards. Would I have done anything different? No, I stand by it. My first two choices with Drifter and Gem, I stand by it. Venomous Barbs, the bottom, is really good to set up attacks, but I'm trying to do a little bit more ranged with Gem. But, I mean, there's semi-viable range builds for all three of these guys. So you could definitely argue that, like, I should have gone tank, off-tank, range, or tank, off-tank, range, but I'm kind of two-tank, range. Everyone's got a little bit of overlap so that I can adjust to what I need. I'll keep that if I'm going to turtle. So I think I'm ready. I was thinking party comp, and I don't think this is the best composition to do that, but I think things that had more control, like Snowflake or Trapper, not to spoil things, but they do have better board control in terms of like traps or movement. I do think those would help quite a bit in terms of minimizing how many attacks you're taking around. But we're going to give this one more shot with our current comp at the current difficulty, and then either I'll come back and do it, or I might drop the difficulty. Because as much as I love redoing the same mission, I think third time's the charm is going to be our motto. But cool, we got our outpost phase done, and I'll see you guys soon.